Have you ever needed to show or hide content on your WordPress website based on specific rules? With display conditions from Premium Addons for Elementor, you can set rules to show or hide elements on your page based on the visitor's operating system, when they're visiting, who's visiting, what page or post they're viewing, the URL they came from, and even based on shortcode values, all without any coding required. This is Andrew from LeapWorks. In this video, I'll teach you how to use Display Conditions Global Addon to make your website smarter, more dynamic, and more personalized. Before we begin, make sure you have both Elementor and Premium Addons for Elementor plugins installed and activated on your WordPress website. Remember, some options need Premium Addons Pro to access all the extra features. Once that's done, go to the page where you want to use the display conditions. Then select any widget or container on your Elementor page. Then, head over to the Advanced tab and look for Premium Display Conditions Addon. If you don't see it, make sure you have it enabled in Premium Addon settings from WordPress dashboard. Now toggle Enable Conditions to On, and you'll see two options and a repeater item where you will add the conditions. You have the option to choose what should happen when the conditions are met. You can choose to either show or hide the element based on the rules you set. Right below that, you'll see an option to define when these conditions apply. If you want all the conditions to be met before the element is shown or hidden, select All Conditions are met. But if you want the action to trigger even if just one condition is true, choose Any Condition is met. This flexibility lets you adjust how your content behaves. To set the conditions, click Add Item, and you'll see a list of options to choose from. Let's say you only want this container to appear for users browsing on Google Chrome. You'd select Browser as the condition type, set it to Is, and choose Chrome from the drop-down list. Now if you open this page from Google Chrome, the container will be visible. But if you open it from any other browser, it won't show up at all. I'm currently using Chrome, so we can see the container right now. But let's try opening this same page in Microsoft Edge, for example. See, the container is hidden. If instead, you wanted to hide the container for Chrome users, you'd simply switch Is to Is Not. To see the condition in action, make sure to view your site in preview mode or on the live page, since display conditions don't apply while editing inside Elementor. This applies to all display conditions, not just the browser-based ones. You can also control content visibility based on the device type. For example, if you're designing a highly interactive container that works best on desktops, you can hide it for tablets and mobile users. Just select Device, set it to Is, and choose Desktop. See? It now appears only on desktop. Another way to adjust content visibility is by using the operating system condition. For example, if you have two download buttons, one for Android and another for iOS, and you want to show the relevant button based on the user's operating system. For the Google Play button, set the condition type to Operating System and choose Android. Then, for the App Store button, use the same condition type, but choose iOS instead. This way, Android users will only see the Google Play button, while iOS users will only see the App Store button. This is useful for showing content tailored to specific platforms or hiding elements that aren't compatible with certain systems. Additionally, if you want to schedule content to appear only on specific dates or times, there are multiple options for that too. With date and time conditions, you can schedule content to show or hide exactly when needed without manually updating your site. Let's say you're running a special weekend offer, and you only want your container sale to appear on Saturdays and Sundays. By setting day condition to Saturday and Sunday, the container sale will automatically appear on weekends and disappear on weekdays. To make sure the timing is correct, you can use the time zone control. If you choose server time, the schedule follows your website's time zone. But if you select local time, the container will appear based on each visitor's time zone, so everyone sees it on their own Saturday and Sunday. Now, what if you need content to change on a specific date instead of repeating weekly? For example, if you're launching a special one-day giveaway on Valentine's Day, you might want to display a promotional container on that day only. By setting the date condition to February 14th, the giveaway announcement will appear automatically at midnight and disappear at the end of the day. But what if you're running a promotion that lasts multiple days instead of just one? For example, if you have a New Year sale running from January 1st to January 7th, you can use the date range condition to automate it. Instead of manually enabling and disabling the banner each day, just set the start date to January 1st and the end date to January 7th, and the sale announcement will appear and disappear automatically. But what if your sale is only active during specific hours of the day? For example, maybe you want to boost traffic with a daytime-only promotion that runs from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day during the New Year sale week. That's where the time range condition comes in. Simply set the time range, and the banner will only appear during those hours, perfect for avoiding any confusion for late-night visitors. And to take it a step further, let's say this offer is only available for customers in the United States. With the location condition, you can set the visibility so the banner only shows to users in the USA. Just choose Location, set it to Is, and select United States from the list. Before you move on, check the Location Detect method setting. There are two options, old and new. The new method is more accurate and works better in most cases. The old method is the original way location was detected. Use it only if the new one doesn't work well on your site. You can also control content based on user behavior. For example, if you want to show a message only to logged-in users, use login status condition and set it to logged. Let's say you want to display a welcome message like this. With the login status condition, this message will only appear once the user is logged in. Additionally, you can control content visibility based on the user's role. Let's say you want to show this message only to subscribers. You can use the role condition, set it to Is, and choose subscriber from the list. This ensures that only users with the subscriber role will see that message. Another useful condition is returning visitor detection. Let's say you've added two modal box widgets to your page. One for visitors who are landing on your site for the very first time, and another for those who are coming back. For first-time visitors, I've created a cheerful message like, "Hey, this is your very first time visiting this page. You're more than welcome." And for returning visitors, I've created something warmer and more familiar, such as, "It's good to see you again. Welcome back. We're so happy to have you here again at our clinic." To make this work with display conditions, start with the modal for new visitors. Go to the Advanced tab, open the Display Conditions section, and select the returning visitor condition. Then, change the logic from Is to Is not. This way, the modal will appear only when the visitor is not a returning visitor, which means it's their first time on the site. Now, for returning visitors, follow the same steps, but this time, set the condition to returning visitor is true, so it shows only when the visitor has been to your site before. This setup is a great way to create a more welcoming and personalized experience for both new and returning visitors. Let's take a look at how it works on the front end. I'm opening the site for the very first time, and as you can see, the modal displays the first time visiting message, and when I refresh the page and visit the site again, this time, the message changes. It's a simple setup, but it adds a really nice personal touch that your visitors will appreciate. If your website supports multiple languages, the site language condition allows you to tailor content based on the current language being viewed. There are also conditions related to posts and pages, giving you even more control over where your content appears. If you're using Elementor Pro and building a custom single post template with the theme builder, you can use premium display conditions to make it more dynamic. For example, you can choose to show or hide specific sections based on the post type, a particular post, its format, category, or even the page it's being viewed on. This is especially useful when you want your template to adapt to different content types without creating multiple versions from scratch. Let's say you've added a featured image to your single post template, but you want to hide it on just one specific blog post. With the post condition, you can do exactly that. Simply select the post where the image should be hidden. Now when you view that post, the featured image won't appear, while it will still be visible on all your other posts as usual. Let's see it in action. Here's a blog post where the featured image is showing as expected. Now let's check the one we applied the condition to. See? The featured image is hidden just for this post. And if we take a look at other blog posts, you'll notice they all still display their featured images normally. Beyond targeting individual posts, you can also control content visibility based on post type, which is especially helpful for global sections like your header or footer. Take your site footer, for example. It works perfectly on static pages, where visitors are likely looking for this kind of information. But on blog posts, people just want to read, so the footer might get in the way. Using post type condition, you can choose to display this footer only on pages, so it stays visible on your main site sections, but remains hidden on posts. Now let's look at how that works. Here, I'll remove posts from the list and leave it set to pages only. I'll apply the same setting to the copyright section to keep the entire footer hidden. Now when we open a blog post, you'll see that the footer no longer appears, keeping the reading experience clean and focused. And if we go back to a regular page, like the home or contact page, the full footer is still there as expected. You can also use post format condition if your blog includes different types of posts, like standard articles or video tips. For example, if you only want to display a featured image for standard posts, but not for video formats, the post format condition lets you show or hide elements accordingly. Post category condition is especially useful when you want to display content only on posts from a specific category. For example, let's say your clinic publishes blog posts under different categories like general health, mental wellness, and dermatology. If you have a Start Free Online Visit button, you might only want it to appear on posts under the general health category, where it's most relevant to offer quick consultations. By setting the condition to is general health, the button will only show up on posts in that category, helping visitors take action at just the right moment without cluttering other sections of your site. Let's take a look. Here's a post under the mental wellness category. As you can see, the button isn't there, which is exactly what we want. Now let's open a post from general health, and there it is. The button appears only where it's relevant, giving users a clear next step without cluttering the rest of your blog. For controlling content on specific pages, you can use the page condition. Page condition lets you show or hide content based on the specific page being viewed, perfect for customizing global sections like your footer. For example, you might have a map and clinic directions section in the footer. This is helpful on most pages, but maybe not necessary on the contact page, where you already have a full map and detailed directions. Using page condition, you can hide the footer map just on that page to avoid repeating the same information and keep the layout clean. As you can see, the map is hidden on the contact page, but it still appears on the home and throughout the rest of the site. For system pages that WordPress generates automatically, like the 404 homepage or blog, you can use the website static pages condition instead. The best part? If you update your site settings and assign a different one as your homepage or blog, the condition will automatically follow, so there's no need to update it manually. For those working with dynamic templates, multi-page Elementor designs, or campaign tracking, Display Conditions Global Addon provides string and URL parameters conditions. These let you control content visibility based on the structure of the page URL. For example, if your blog page URL is /blog/, you can use the string and URL condition to display a newsletter sign-up form only on that page. To set it up, just open the form's settings and go to the Advanced tab, then enable Display Conditions. Choose string and URL as the condition type and enter blog as the value. Once it's applied, the form will appear only when the URL contains blog, like on your main blog page, and will stay hidden on all other pages. This way, readers who are already engaged with your content can easily subscribe for more health tips. URL parameters condition works differently from string and URL. It checks for specific query parameters rather than the page path. For example, if you're running a Facebook campaign and want to show a promo code only to visitors who arrive from a campaign link like this, I have designed a pop-up coupon message, and I will use Premium Modal Box to display it. But I only want this pop-up to show to people who come from a Facebook campaign. To do that, select the modal box that holds your coupon message. Then go to the Display Conditions settings, choose URL parameter, and set it like this: utim_source equals Facebook. Now, whenever someone clicks your Facebook campaign link, the discount offer will appear just for them. For even more advanced customization, Shortcode Condition allows you to show or hide content based on the output of a WordPress shortcode. Let's say you want to display a special message for a specific logged-in user, like, "Hi Andrew, we have a special offer just for you today." To do that, you'll first need to create a shortcode that returns the logged-in user's name. You can do this by adding a small function in your theme's functions.php file. The function checks whether someone is logged in. If they are, it grabs their display name and returns it. If not, it just returns an empty string. After defining the function, you register it as a shortcode. Let's say you call it get_username. If you want to use this exact function on your site, just let us know in the comments, and we'll be happy to share it with you. You can also find ready-made examples and full instructions in the documentation article linked in the description below. Now in Elementor, go to the widget or section you want to control and open the Display Conditions add-on. Set the condition type to shortcode. In the shortcode field, enter get_username. Then, in the value field, type the exact name you want to match, for example, Andrew. Here's how it works. Premium Addons runs the shortcode in the background and checks what it returns. If the result matches the name you entered, in this case, Andrew, the message will be shown. If it doesn't match, or if the user isn't logged in, the message stays hidden. So only Andrew will see the message. No one else will see it. And for WooCommerce users, Display Conditions Global Addon extends the possibilities even more. You can choose to show or hide elements based on things like whether a product is in stock or on sale, even depending on the shopper's location. Stay tuned for our next video tutorial where we'll guide you through setting it up step by step. With display conditions from Premium Addons for Elementor, you can show the right content to the right people at the right time. Give it a try, and if this video helped, please like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.